Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Panda, and in today's video we are going to be looking and buying land items within Axie Infinity. So land gameplay is getting sooner and sooner to coming out, and I haven't actually got any land items. I do have some land and I've always wanted to get some land items. I finally managed to sell a couple of Axies to have enough to buy a few land items that I want. I'm going to be talking about different types of land items, what you should be looking at when buying land items, why they can be important within the game, and buying a few as well. Let's get over to the marketplace and talk a little bit more. Okay, so once you've logged into your Axie account, you go to marketplace, and then you've got your different categories: Axies, lands, items, and bundles. So I'm on items. I've already pre-selected forest because I do own forest plots. So I want to get items that are going to be helpful for that. Now, just a few things before we start. You will need to have your Ethereum moved onto Ronin to have it in wrapped ETH. That's that WETH right over there. There is a small transaction fee with that. You can also, depending on what country you're in, you can actually purchase using Ronin, but I don't think that's out for everywhere yet. So the best thing to do is transfer some of your ETH over to Ronin to do a purchase, or if you're like me, sell an Axie, and that automatically that money goes into your account. With the items, I've got a few written in a book of what I want, what I've been looking at, what I like. So we can have a look. Now, I'm not going to buy everything off of my list because I do have quite a few things on here, and different places can also be helpful. So Savannah, just because you have a certain type of plot doesn't mean you need to only buy items for that plot. There are some that are specific for that type. Oh, okay, so one of the ones I've got, I didn't write the name properly, so I'm gonna go to name, and I know it's Young Bamboo. That's what I wrote. So Young Bamboo is increase Axie attacking abilities by 3% when battling Chimera on forest land. So you most likely, if you have a forest plot, you're most likely going to be battling chimeras around that area. So that could be a helpful one to have if you have a forest plot. And there's ones that are unique to each type of land as well. But then there are some that are less specific, like, and they is just increase plant Axie HP by 3% when battling a Chimera. So my advice when it comes to buying land items is, one, think about the Axies you have. If you have a piece of land, think about what Axies would you be using within that. So it's very similar to how you play Axie on your mobile in the battles. You put 3 of your Axies on a set bit of land. If you have multiple lands, you can set it 3 on one, 3 on another, 3 on another. However, you would have to keep switching. You would only be able to be active on one land at any one time, but you can switch between them. Think about what Axies you have, what works well for you. So if you have, most people would have a plant tank, that's basic meta. So having this would be very good, increasing the HP by 3%. So what you want to do is look at that, maybe look at the land you have and work your way through all the items. So I'm just going to take these off. So I'm also going to just take that off. So you would just go through all of them, see what they all do. Increase the HP of all fuzzy, wet dogs, and yaks by 3% when battling. And you want to have a look at each of these and go through them, have a price in mind of what you want to spend, and see what works well for you. Now, I don't own an Arctic plot. I would love to own an Arctic plot. There are a lot of Arctic items I do like, purely from a visual aesthetic. Like, I don't know. I just really like winter themed stuff. Anything wintry, snowy, Christmas themed, and I'll want it. I adore it. For me, we're going to go with a lot of forest things. I cannot. I don't have stone lamp down. That's the cheapest one. So increase bird Axie morale by 3%. I do use bird Axies. I've recently bought a new bird Axie and did a risky breed and actually got another bird Axie with good parts out of that. I was very fortunate. So I do now have 3 bird Axies, which this could be helpful, but I'm not going to get that. So the ones on mine are, I do want the jungle leaves, so I'm just going to write them here so I can have them all come up. So I do want jungle leaves. I've got a lot here. Maybe this one. Okay, so I've selected most of the ones from my list, which are all forest related items. So the cheapest one is this. So what this one does, ruin, increase Axie defense ability by 3% when battling Chimera on forest land. This is one I definitely want to get, so I'm going to click to buy it. That should bring up our Ronin, and it's going to take that amount away from us. Going to confirm, no gas because it's all on Ronin. Check it. Yes, I bought it. Cool. I am going to take Ruin off. Right, next one is our Standing Rock. So this is earn additional XP. I want to be earning additional XP. I want my Axes to be leveling up. So I'm going to buy this as well. This is another $22 one. So we've spent about $44 I think now. Gonna go back and I'm going to take the Standing Rock off. This is where it's going to get a little bit more like, what am I choosing right now? Okay, I think this one, okay, increases Axe's speed, so maybe, and the jungle leaves is increases the plant's HP. I've got a feeling increasing the plant HP, but let's just have a little look at what else I've got. The green shrub does increases Axe's HP by 1%. Oh, just plant HP. So I've got a choice right now whether to just increase the plant by 3% or all the Axes by 1. Oh, my lighting's gone really weird. I'm hoping that's all right now that I've added the other light. So I'm going to leave that just for now. I think I'm going to take this one off. Young Bamboo, I am really tempted about getting. Because that would be very, very helpful. This one. Increase Axie speed by 10% on a forest land. I like this and I definitely do want to buy it. We're getting into the more expensive things right now though. And the Hungry Leaves increases plants by 10%. So the Hungry Leaves is the rare. So you'll see that there's like common, rare, epic, common, rare, epic, and mystic. So you'll find that like the common, which was just the jungle leaves, they just do less than what the Hungry Leaves do. Now, I'm not too sure about whether there's going to be stacking of these, whether you can have like 5 just normal jungle leaves and it'll stack that, or, you know, or you get like 2 Hungry Leaves and then you've got increased by 20%. What I would like to see is perhaps you can stack different tiers. So you can have a common, you can have a rare, you can have like a mystic version of them. So you can stack the common with the rare and it'll increase that way. I like that, but it's up to them what they do. It'll probably be like a learning curve of them seeing how people expand, which is one of the really good things about getting in early for these sort of things, because usually you end up with a slightly upper hand compared to other people that come in slightly later, because usually things increase with difficulty once they get more statistics over everything. Okay, this one, super helpful. I think I might wait for that because I could just get that and nothing else. And the grass, is this the cheapest grass? Oh, the grass got really expensive really quickly. Decrease egg incubation. That's going to be super helpful. I'm not surprised that that's got it up. So I think I am going to go with the young bamboo, just because that's like, that's 0.01 for that one, and then it starts to go up after that. So I'm gonna go with this. This is close to 30. Close that, go back, and I'm gonna take that off. I'm going to wait, what was 3%? I feel like jungle leaves is always going to be a little bit lower, so I'm going to take jungle leaves off. Going to take the grass off. So the shrubbery, the 1%. I think I may have spent my limit for today. I'm going to double check what we bought. So, oh no, because this one was more. So we've only done 3. Okay, I'm going to go for one more. I'm gonna go for one more. I think I'm gonna go for this one. Increase Axie speed, because that's all Axie speed and it's on forest land. You know what? I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna take all this off. We're just gonna look at what the... Right, what do you do again? Right, I don't need that one. So... Oh, okay. Increase plant Axie morale. I don't think I need that. I've not looked at all these. I've looked at some, like I wrote down the ones that I definitely wanted. I have one bug. That's not overly helpful for me. Okay, right. I think I'm gonna stick with the 3 that I chose. I've still got a bunch on my list, and I will do another buying one here. So the reason this sort of stuff, I think I touched on it earlier in the video, the reason that this sort of stuff is going to be helpful on the land is it's going to help you level up quicker, depending on how you're going to go about it. I did the land demo, and definitely that wood cutting one, that is going to be super helpful. I do want to get that. I think the wood cutting one was the trunk, and that looks like it would be super helpful. So my tip is figure out what it is, like what axes you're going to want on your land, what items could possibly be helpful. Make sure you do your research. It would be a very, very long video if I went through every single item, but there is only a finite amount of items. They did a land crate sale and the items came within those crates. They have said that in the future they will do another land sale, but there is only a set amount of land, so there's still only a finite amount of these items, and there is less items than there are players right now. And obviously if you're a player with so many plots of land, you are going to want items to go on that land and help you that way. These will increase in price when land gameplay comes out, and at least that's my thought. My thought process is these prices are only going to increase once we see the benefits of land gameplay and land gameplay is released, which, by the way, I can't wait for. I loved the land demo, absolutely adored it. I can't wait to have it fully open and play it, and I will release a bunch of videos. I have done a few on the land demo, so check out the one up above. It'll come up, and I'll have it down in the description below as well as all the links that you'll need for Axie Infinity, the website, their Discord, my Twitter, my socials, their socials, all of that. I'll have all of that. I also have a beginner's guide for Axie Infinity, choosing your first axes. I will link all of that. I'm putting up above. I will link all of that down in the description. But yeah, so that is me buying that. So the things you need to know is you need to have your ETH transferred over onto Ronin so you can purchase these. It's very, very simple to do. Use the bridge to transfer it over, or if you're lucky enough to be one of the people that can purchase through Ronin and just deposit that way, then great, you can do it that way. But yeah, you need to have the funds on your account to buy. There's no gas fee transactions for purchasing this with everything on here. check out the marketplace, look at lands. If you've got land already, think about what Axies you're going to be using on your land. I would personally suggest using PvE Axie setups, because when the land demo was out, it was a lot more battling the chimeras, was more PvE catered. Now, that's not to say they might have changes or additional things that are going to be in the full release, but I would think of it in terms of a good PvE setup for the Axies you want on your land. So think about it that way. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you found this video helpful. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really, really appreciate that. And wherever you are in the world, have a good morning, afternoon, evening. Goodbye.